Hello, everybody. I'm Maggie Shane, and this is the Coffee House blog. Welcome. Today's post is Weird Times, Savings Tips, and the Power of Romance. Hello, darlings. I'm so happy you come around here to read or watch or listen to the stuff I write, and I apologize that there wasn't a post last Monday. Most weekends, I can manage all 3 blogs with video editions and audio for 2 of them after a full week of writing. Last weekend wasn't one of those weekends. So how the hell are you, folks? If you're struggling, you're not alone. We are all in this together, except for the billionaires. I feel like the old divisions are sort of reshuffling themselves, you know? We're still divided, yes, but less and less party versus party. It's now rich white men and the tech bros that they finance against all the rest of us. I've found a couple of ways to save as things get so expensive. We all need a couple ways to save. And these might help if you can apply them to your own life. And you can also do my method of just going through every bill you pay and trying to find an alternative. While we do not want to add to Bezos's wealth if we can friggin' help it, we also have to feed our families, right? So I only buy paperback, hardcover, and audiobooks from Amazon or Audible if I can't buy them anywhere else. If a book is exclusive to Amazon, then Kindle Unlimited will be the cheapest way for you to get that book. However, Kobo Plus is a similar program to Kindle Unlimited or KU, where you subscribe for a monthly fee and read all you want and listen to all the audiobooks you want. And you can subscribe to audiobooks only for even less than you can at Amazon. Let's take a look at the subscription programs. So first there's Amazon Kindle Unlimited, KU for short. It costs $11.99 a month for the ebooks, all the ebooks and the audiobooks you want to read. Okay? Then there's Audible. This is audiobooks only, and it is for some reason $14.99 a month for all the included audiobooks, which is not all of them. And they also give you 1 premium book every month. 1. $14.99? Really? Why would they give you the Kindle Unlimited for $11.99 if it really was all the audiobooks you want to listen to? I think it must have limits, but I couldn't find any. Anyway, you go over to Kobo Plus. Kobo Plus is $9.99 a month for all the ebooks and all the audiobooks you want. Right? So that's great. But if you only want audiobooks, you can get it for $7.99 a month and listen to all the audiobooks you want. Now, again, not all the audiobooks are there. But all the ones that are there, you can get. Now, there's also for audiobooks, Chirp Books, chirpbooks.com. No subscription is needed at chirpbooks.com, making it a different kind of a program, which I love. And the audiobooks are almost always priced lower than you can find them anywhere else. They have frequent, huge discounts on their audiobooks, and it's always something I really want to read. I'm only reading in audio right now. I'm just too busy to have time to sit down and actually read printed words on a page, so audiobooks are my gig right now. Now, the real difference between Kindle Unlimited and all the other retailers is that Amazon requires authors to remove their books from every other platform except Amazon if they want to be in the Kindle Unlimited program. And I hate that because I literally cannot pay my bills right now without having some of my series in Kindle Unlimited. And I can't participate in Kindle Unlimited without putting some additional coinage into Bezos' greedy, bottomless pockets and taking the books off Barnes & Noble, Google Play, Apple, Kobo, etc. Everywhere else they have to come down. Just the E. I'm still allowed to have the paperback, hardcover, and audiobooks elsewhere. But the ebooks can only be at Amazon if it's in Kindle Unlimited. And that is probably an unfair practice and needs to be looked at if we ever get a decent Justice Department back. Because really, Jeff, if Amazon is so damn great, why are you scared to death of a little competition? All right, here's another great way to save. I am saving huge money by using the Ooma phone. That's OOMA phone. Go to ooma.com to find out more. I will include a link in the show notes. We were paying just under $100 a month for our landline from Frontier Communications, which is the only game in this town. We kept it because there's no cell service where we live for a couple of miles in either direction. So we decided to try the Ooma device. It's a landline phone, but it runs off the internet. The cost was $90 for the Ooma device itself, $35 to transfer our old number over, which is optional. You don't have to do that, but it's easier. And it was not difficult at all. So, and it's working perfectly. After those first two costs of the $90 for the device and the $35 to switch the number over, then it's $8 a month. And it's working perfectly. So the cost for the first year with the Ooma phone, including the startup costs, buying the device and switching the number, is $221 for the entire year. The cost for each year after year one, because you've already bought the device and had the number changed, is $96. No, wait, that's not right. Yes, it's $96 a year. $96. I thought I typed it wrong. It's $96 a year. Cost for our old landline phone? $1,151.88 a year for technology that is obsolete. So our savings, $1,062.88 per year, minus the $90 plus $35 for setup that first year. So try the Ooma phone if you're stuck on your landline and don't want to lose that number, like a lot of people my age are. Grocery hopping. This is another way to save. That's not a typo. It's hopping. We are now hitting 4 grocery stores each week. And I am well aware that it's a huge blessing to even have that many options. So many Americans live in food deserts where there isn't a grocery store for miles, and getting there is difficult and expensive, almost impossible for a lot of people. They have to eat out of fast food chains and drugstores and gas station food. It's terrible. We start at the cheapest store first, and that for us is Aldi. Whatever they have that's on my list, I'll buy it there. Aldi is especially handy for name brand laundry and dish soaps, which they don't have all the time, but when they do, they run sales on them that are cheaper than you can find them anywhere else. After Aldi, we go over to Walmart because that's the second cheapest place. Often, Walmart runs sales on name brand laundry soap, dish soap, and other cleaning supplies that are pretty close to, or maybe some rare cases the same as the Aldi price. Both these places carry plenty of organic fruits and vegetables, which is important to me. More on that below. After Walmart, we head over to Grand Union, where we used to do all our shopping. Everything costs more there than in the first two places. Everything. We have a few things that we just have to get there. We are fussy eaters. The brand of tofu we prefer is only there. And it's not a Grand Union brand or anything. It's just nobody else in town carries it. The mushrooms are much better there. Big white button mushrooms. I can't find them as good anywhere else. And there's just a few other things that we can't get elsewhere that we do buy there. And finally, last of all, we go to this tiny, out-of-the-way local food market. That's its name, which is really a health food market. It's small, so they can't buy in huge quantities like the big box places can. So things usually cost more. They cost them more, but they also have a lot of good organic produce. There we get our tomatoes. And some things at this little store cost surprisingly less because they have a whole wall full of big bins to buy food in bulk. They have oatmeal, grains, all different kinds of nuts, raisins, nutritional yeast, and dates, and a dozen other items. So you can get them in bulk. They also have a spice cabinet there where you scoop the spices out of the jars that are clearly labeled, put them in little baggies, weigh them, label them, and pay for them there. Way cheaper than buying spices in the grocery store. Now, here's that note on buying organic foods. I am striving to buy organic as much as I can possibly afford since the felon took the regulations off of farmers using Roundup, which contains cancer-causing glyphosates. Greens are one of the most contaminated foods now, and I'm having trouble finding organic ones. It's worrisome because I'm eating 6 to 7 servings of greens a day to reduce my artery plaque. It's always such a challenge to combine healthy eating with affordable eating. Leaning into organics for the items that we consume the most of is probably a good way to take the brunt off the harm of the chemicals and the toxins. Also, a healthy lifestyle will prime your body to be able to deal with and excrete the toxins more efficiently. Our ultra healthy lifestyle also means that we don't buy any meats or dairies or cheeses or ultra processed foods, and those are really the most expensive things in the market. I make most of our food myself from fruits, veggies, whole grains, and nuts. I won't bore you with the exquisite details. If you want those, they're over at eatlikeyougiveashit.com, my foodie blog. Moving on to more savings tips. TV service. Dish Network and DirecTV are the most expensive ways you can watch television. I long ago dropped my Dish Network subscription and changed to YouTube TV, which was way less at the time. Was being the operative word. It's gone up multiple times since then, and now it's just ridiculous. We're paying over $100 a month again. That is not why we switched. I think it was $60 when we switched. So first I took stock of what I watch on YouTube TV, the most expensive TV service in my whole repertoire. That's the one. Because I don't have, Dish is more expensive, but I don't have that anymore. So first I took stock of what I watch on there, which for me is mostly news. Okay, so what news do I watch on there? Well, I've lost faith in ABC. I've lost faith in CBS. I've lost faith even in CNN. Fox was gone long ago. MS Now is the only one that is still reliably giving you the straight facts. And sometimes they even soft pedal it a little much for my preference. So anyway, I need the MS Now. And then my local news channels, I watch those and I get those through YouTube TV. Well, I found out with a little research that MS Now plans to offer its own subscription just to that one channel, or maybe they'll have a couple other things thrown in, I don't know, but it'll be cheap. It'll be $10 or $12 or $15 a month. Meanwhile, you can watch every one of their evening shows the next day on YouTube for free. Maybe they'll change that once they start offering the subscription service, but if it's still free, I probably won't even bother getting it. Most of the network TV shows air on Hulu, not even the expensive Hulu, the cheap Hulu. Many of the cell phone companies are offering cheap and free TV streaming services to their customers. We get Netflix and HBO Max for $10 a month through Verizon, our current cell phone provider. They also offer a Disney, Hulu, ESPN bundle for $10 a month. Now, that would normally cost $20 a month. Both of those, I believe, would normally be $19.99 a month. So you're saving $20 a month if you do both those things. If you already have them and then you switch, $20 a month, right? And speaking of cell phones, I'm about to look at how much the perks from Verizon are saving us versus switching to something like Straight Talk, which uses all the towers, so there's plenty of coverage, but it's way cheaper. It might be through Walmart. It's like $45 a month for their silver plan, which looks like plenty to me, and for 2 lines, that's $75, even better. I intend to measure the benefits of the perks we are using versus the monthly savings of a cheaper cell provider that doesn't offer those perks. It's on my to-do list. Okay, so those are my savings tips. That's what I came up with today. If I think of any more, I'll let you know. I am just going through our finances with a fine-tooth comb, trying to find ways we can save. But finances aside, let's really talk about this. We're living through historic times of dramatic change in our nation and in our world. We are at a crucial crossroads as a species, I think. if we continue to destroy the systems that produce our water and our air, then we are on track to cause our own extinction. And the changes that will prevent it need to happen now. Anyone who's paying attention to science and current events with a discerning mind that isn't easily baffled by buffoonery knows this is true. On some level, that's incredibly stressful, holding that knowledge. In addition to doing financial acrobatics to try and stay afloat, we need to take extra special care of ourselves. Stress hurts our bodies. The physical effects of stress are as real as those caused by the flu. When we are stressed, our bodies produce chemicals designed to help us either fight or run for our lives. Our hearts pump harder and faster. Our blood pressure rises when we watch the news. Measure it for yourself. You'll see. It's a fact. Other side effects of stress are stomach and intestinal issues, ulcers, and so on, and a buildup of inflammation throughout the body, which leads to countless diseases, including many cancers. Stress kills. Sometimes we aren't consciously aware of the stress that's feeding into our minds and bodies. We're so busy, we're kind of oblivious to what and how external input is affecting our physical apparatus. But it's happening. Here's how to fix the hidden killer. There are multiple ways to help you alleviate stress. Exercise is the number one most important. If I don't exercise for a few days, my blood pressure is up. My stomach issues are up. My headaches come back. If I exercise every day, it drops down to the beautiful levels of my youth. That's a fact. I get on the treadmill and walk for an hour most days of the week. I keep a good brisk clip, but I'm also writing while I'm doing it. Flat treadmill under the stand-up desk. Meditation is a major part of this too. The combination of daily exercise with daily meditation is going to add years to your life. I'm not making that up. That's real. Years. Meditation is simple. Just sit quietly with your phones turned off, set a timer for 15 minutes, and try to focus on counting your breaths. When thoughts come, and they always do, notice them, and then let them go, and return to counting your breaths. I like to breathe 3 beats in and 5 beats out. Exhaling for longer than you inhale automatically reduces your blood pressure. I usually also have a sound to focus on as well. It's like a further distraction to my chatty Cathy brain. In summer, it's a waterfall or a stream that I sit near when I meditate. But when it's cold outside, I'll just use a white noise app. I like the crickets. Diet is another key. Eliminate caffeine, nicotine, and alcohol. Eat lots and lots of veggies and fruits and whole grains. Drink a ton of water and decaf coffee or tea. Not high test, not fruit juice, not soda. Exposure is the final piece. We must limit how much news we consume. If you pay attention, you'll notice, as I have, that I'm flipping between different groups of talking heads who are usually all saying the same thing. They latch on to the big story of the day and tell it over and over again all day long. They have to fill the space with content, I get that, but we don't have to consume all of it. It's not a hot dog eating contest, nor is it 50 first dates. We can hear it once, get the info, feel informed, and then move on. We're not going to forget it the minute we turn the channel. The final and most enjoyable way to ease yourself during these stressful times, however, is my final thought for the day. Read. Escape the bullshit with books. I don't care if they're paperbacks or hardcovers or ebooks or audiobooks. I don't care. They are the best medicine for us right now, especially romance and women's fiction. And here's why. Romance is the only industry in the United States that has been created by women, British women, in fact, before it came to our shores, written by women, edited by women, agented by women, bought by women, read by women, telling stories about women. It's the only one. The stories are empowering to women like us. They are tales of women just like us, women we can identify with, women we root for. Master storytellers pit these female characters against insurmountable odds, placing one obstacle after another in their heroines' paths. One of those obstacles is usually a man. He's on the wrong side of whatever issues are happening in the book. He's stubborn as hell, but he's also wrong. He is usually wealthier and more powerful than our heroine, on the outside at least. And that's because in the world we live in, men, as a rule, are wealthier and more powerful than we are, on the outside at least. But somehow, this obstinate problem male is pledging his fealty to our heroine by the end of the story. He has seen the error of his old way of being. She has enlightened him with the powers of all women. We see things. We know things. We understand things. We have intuition. We can heal. We can give life and sustain it. We are goddesses. They're just guys. So now we've traveled this path where our female had her strengths and our male had his. But by the time the book ends, the heroine has both. He's fallen for her. He's hers to command. And she has all her own powers and his as well. I just don't get why some feminists have a problem with this genre. I suspect it's because they haven't read it and do not understand it. But we do. We celebrate our heroine every time she scores a point, tackles another problem, wins another battle. We ride beside her as she fights her way through the pages. Her inevitable triumph makes us stand up and cheer at the end, or some shed tears as we share in our heroine's joy. The romance genre is pure balm and pure entertainment for its readers. I'm so glad and so very proud that writing stories where the woman always wins is my life's calling. Thanks for coming by, and I'll see you next week. By the way, have you got ghosts? Check out my Fatal series. Jack used to be a shrink. Now he's a phony medium, making a decent living while doling out sound psychiatric advice. The only thorn in his side is expose-loving journalist Kylie. Kylie has exposed every phony medium and ghost hunter in her charming northeastern town. All but one, that is, Jack. Oh, she's tried to trip him up, but he always catches on. She has never believed in ghosts, which makes things awkward AF when one shows up in her house. The Victorian monstrosity she bought with her inheritance and her savings and her sofa change. The ghost is real. Kylie's worldview is shattered. So who's she gonna call? This is a Rita Award-winning series. Book 1 is called Fatal Fixer-Upper, and I really think you'll enjoy it. Hey folks, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.